It's a wonderful day for tech news. Alright, what's going on, dudes? My name is CTD Rom, and welcome back to another episode of Today in Tech, where I give you everything today in tech. I still don't know what you want from me. An AMD A520 motherboard has been released into the wild. An Asus A520M-K has been spotted on Newegg. Now, reportedly, these motherboards will be the cheap option for Ryzen 3rd Gen and will not include PCI Gen 4 for storage devices, CPU overclocking, or X16 PCIe Gen 3 for graphics cards, but they will support Series 3000 Ryzen CPU, obviously be the cheapest of AMD's motherboard lineup, which will include the A520, the B550, and the X570, and will offer plenty of upgrade paths from there and should be compatible with Gen 4 Ryzen and all that good stuff. No prices have been leaked out yet, but based on the prices of X570 and B550, expect them to launch at or below $100 USD. And while we are a week or two away of finally finding out the price for the Xbox Series X, Microsoft's next generation console, a leak has come out saying that it's $599. Now, reportedly other leaks have come out saying the PlayStation 5 is going to be $499. This could mean that Microsoft Xbox could be $100 more than Sony's PlayStation. We won't know until these consoles finally come out in the coming weeks and months, but if this rumor were to be true, I wonder how that would affect sales, because Sony last generation and the generation before that, they've always really been on top in the console wars, so $100 price lower than the Xbox Series X, along with all of their amazing exclusives, might make Sony the winner for this generation yet again. But again, these are all rumors. We'll have to wait and see when these products officially launch this fall. And sticking with Microsoft Xbox Series X, new leaks have come out pointing to their GPU architecture. And while we've known the Xbox Series X would have an 8-core 16-thread Zen 2 CPU and a 52CU GPU, this is the first time we've seen the full die shot. The GPU section is massive. The full chip is 360.4 millimeters square, 15.3 billion transistors. Doing some quick image analysis, the GPU takes up roughly half of the die. In a closer gander at the die shot, it looks as though the full chip includes up to 56 CUs. That's because with a relatively large die, yields of functional chips can be greatly improved by building in some redundancy. If the counting is accurate, it suggests AMD and Microsoft have only disabled 4 of those clusters, and of course all 8 CPU clusters have to work together in order to get a functioning chip. Epic and Apple's fight keeps on going. Apple has threatened catastrophic retaliation if Epic doesn't back off of its lawsuit, saying that it will disable Epic's developer tools in the iOS store. Now this wouldn't only hurt Epic, but any developer that uses the Unreal Engine wouldn't be able to develop. This wouldn't only hurt Epic, it would hurt any developer using the Unreal Engine. They wouldn't be able to develop or update their software. And this would also block Epic from macOS. So not only would Epic be cut off from iPhones, they'd be cut off from anything running macOS as well. And this could be huge. Now, Epic has made a statement that pretty much they're like, you Apple? They're not backing down, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens in this crazy turn of events between billion-dollar corporation and billion-dollar corporation. It's like no one's really the good guy, but maybe a good outcome could come from this. And Microsoft in the news again, funnily enough, because its support page has been updated for why you can't uninstall Edge. Now, of course you can using some commands or downloading certain software that'll help you uninstall Edge, but you can't just go into your settings, run applications, scroll down to Edge, and click uninstall. The new version of Edge also gives users full control over importing personal data from the legacy version of Edge. The new version of Edge is included in a Windows system update, so the option to uninstall or use the legacy Microsoft Edge will no longer be available. You still can get rid of the new Edge if you really want to. It just requires a few commands, which I will link in the description down below. If you haven't tried Edge though, I highly recommend it, the new one. It's really good. It's very similar to Chrome. I'm still using Chrome because that's what I've always used, but if you want to see it, I'll have it linked down below to where you can download it. I would check it out before you just write it off because it's actually not bad. And for our last story of the day, we have more RTX 3000 news, specifically the RTX 3080. has been spotted in a database with 10 gigabytes of GDDR6X memory and a max core clock of 2.1 gigahertz. Just 2 weeks away from NVIDIA's Ampere GPU launch event, which means leaks and rumors are all over the place. The listing, discovered by this Twitter user, reveals the 10 gigabytes of GDDR6 and the memory clocked at 4,750 megahertz, while the core clock is sitting at 2.1 gigahertz. The RTX 2080 Ti, for comparison, has a boost clock of 1,635 megahertz and a total bandwidth of 616 gigabytes per second. Now, these rumors should be taken with a grain of salt, of course, because who knows really what NVIDIA is planning. We have to wait for the launch day, but it is exciting to see all these leaks and rumors coming out. Alright, and that seems to be it for the tech news. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more tech news. I'll be back here on Thursday to give you more of the techiest of the tech news. And as always, thank you everybody so much for watching. I'll leave my Twitter links in the description down below along with all my sources. And I will see you in the very next video. Peace!